And this is something that is going to be checked by EPA. They randomly choose communities to audit. At least they say it's random. They will be auditing us in October. And we're not really worried that there's anything that they'll find that's a problem. More likely, we'll have get some definitions on some of the items that might be unclear, and we'll get some guidance for our next permit period. We do have, speaking of permits, we do have grading permits required. Anybody that's grading for a new pond, home site, you name it, there is a permit required from our office, primarily to prevent any negative impact on the neighboring land, whether it be another owner or a waterway or wetland.
Excuse me, Dave, is that everywhere in Summit County or just
within our district, the 11 communities that are members. And we do get a lot of calls from other communities, which then we refer, from people in other communities. So we'll refer them back to that community. But yeah, it's not too bad, but we do get a number of calls from other community members as well. And then we do have an advisory committee that will provide guidance and support to the district for projects, for our studies, for programs, for public education, outreach, and so forth. And we've got listed all the members of the communities. One rep from each community, plus Ms. Darrow from council, and Mike Benet as the executive designee. And available to answer any questions you might have, but that was a presentation for tonight. And once you go through the brochure, feel free to give me a call or an email if you have any other questions. I look forward to speaking to you again.
All right, thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Are there any questions? Anybody have any questions for Dave? Okay. Then if there's no other business to come before the Public Works Committee, we are adjourned. Or wait, we need to vote on that? Okay. Who wants to, Mr. Donofrio moved on 2024-253. All in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right, and now we are adjourned.
Planning and Economic Development will open at 4:42. Our first piece tonight is 2024-254, a resolution authorizing the executive to execute an updated Summit County intergovernmental memorandum of understanding for job creation and retention and tax revenue sharing, and encouraging communities throughout Summit County to sign the same for the Executive's Department of Community and Economic Development emergency.
Hello, Caitlin Elrad, the Executive's Department of Community and Economic Development. The MOU for job creation and retention was started back in 2008, and the current version that is in place today has been in effect since 2017. In December of 2023, a couple of communities requested that the agreement be reviewed to better address the post-pandemic business landscape. The county facilitated multiple meetings between all 31 communities and reviewed the 2017 agreement. The two main discussion items were remote work and the annual payroll amount that would trigger the agreement. After discussion, the majority of communities that participated in these review meetings decided to not adjust the annual payroll trigger of $3.5 million for the 2024 agreement, and the agreement now includes language addressing remote work payroll. Currently, 15 communities have signed the agreement, with 8 intending to sign at their upcoming council meetings. If there's any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Any questions from committee members? From council? Do I have a motion? Christine, you want to move on that? I have a motion from Councilwoman Hyam on 2024-254. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you. The next piece is 2024-255, a resolution accepting the recommendations of the Tax Incentive Review Council regarding numerous enterprise zone agreements in Summit County located in the city of Cuyahoga Falls and Twinsburg Township in Council Districts 1 and 3 for the Executive's Department of Community and Economic Development and declaring an emergency.
Caitlin Elrod again, Summit County Economic Development. The annual Tax Incentive Review Council meeting was held on June 20th of 2024. Mark Potter represented County Council at the meeting. The county oversees 3 active agreements, 2 in Cuyahoga Falls, 1 in Twinsburg Township. 2 of the companies met their agreements, met the requirements of their agreements, and the Tax Incentive Review Council voted to continue those agreements. 1 company did not meet the job creation requirement of their agreement. However, they did provide a detailed statement showing that jobs will be added back upon the completion of some product redesigns. This was the first year that they had not met their requirements, and since they provided a timeline for increased production, the Tax Incentive Review Council voted to continue this agreement. Any questions?
Questions from anybody? Nope. Ms. McKinney, do you want to move on this? I have a motion on 2024-255. On all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Thank you.
Our last piece is 2024-256, a resolution confirming the award by the Board of Control of a purchase contract with Shaw Integrated Solutions, Inc. at state term pricing for replacement of carpet for the Domestic Relations Annex to the courthouse in an amount not to exceed $93,771.22 for the Executive's Department of Administrative Services Physical Plants Division.
Hi, Craig Sneely, Administrative Services, Physical Plants, Executive Shapiro's office. So we're replacing a lot of carpet. I will bring to council, there was a little error here. There's also tile involved, floor tile, not just carpet. So we're doing it under state term pricing with a company. This is really quality vendor as far as the products go, and also the installation. We've never had any issues, so.
Thanks. Any questions for Craig? Do we need
Just
to?
one. Are we talking the whole annex, or just the third and fourth floors, or where are we talking?
It's going to be the third and fourth, possibly some on the first. I'd have to get back to you on that one, because
Okay, thank you.
Donnie's doing that. Yeah, but it's going to be a good part of it, and the tile as well, and the break rooms and things like that, so.
Thank you. Do I need to amend this?
You can take a look at it and see if we need to amend it.
We can do it in.
Put on second reading and amend it next week.
Are you on a timeline? Can we, do you want
No,
us
no,
to?
no, no, no,
Okay.
no. I just saw that. I just wanted to make sure my people
All right.
didn't write it up right, so. that We
Thanks.
were all,
So we
okay?
may put this on time and we'll,
You can move it out if you so choose, and then I'll just put on second reading if we need to
Yeah.
amend it next week.
okay. Do I have a motion? I have a motion from Councilwoman Hyam on 2024-256. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Planning and Economic Development will close at 4:46.
I'll open public safety at 4:47. First item, 2024-257, resolution authorizing the executive to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the University of Akron on behalf of the Sheriff's Office concerning the Ohio Peace Officer Training Academy for the executive and sheriff and declaring an emergency.
Good evening, Bill Holland from the Sheriff's Office. This is kind of just an update to the contract that we've had since 2013 to partner with the university to run the academy. We host some of the academy on our property, the range and defensive tactics, and then driving and some of the other things we host here in the Polsky building. Well, we don't drive in the Polsky building clearly, but we have a classroom in that in the Polsky building. But it's been a good agreement so far, and the students are now, as of January, going to be all the cadets will be University of Akron students if they want to continue their education and use the facilities. So it's continues to grow.
Any questions on this one? Okay.
I'll move.
Motion by Councilwoman Walters. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, Mr. Holland. 2024-258, a resolution authorizing the executive to execute agreements with various Summit County public safety answering points for the AT&T Vesta hosted call handling system for the Executive Department of Public Safety and declaring an emergency.
Good evening, Lori Pesce, Executive's Office, Department of Public Safety. We recently changed our countywide 911 plan, and in that plan, we agreed to use the wireless funding to support each dispatch center in Summit County with 2 positions, which means phone lines for 911 coming into 2 positions in each center. So we would like to execute agreements. I think the first one will be with Hudson to join our hosted solution with AT&T.
Any questions on this one? Do I have a motion?
I'll move.
Motion by Councilman Ford. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Thank you.
Ms. Pesce. And I will call Public Safety Committee to a close at 4:49.
Yeah, she just walked out. So you want me to just go on and do it?
Health Health and Human Services will open at 4:49. Our first piece tonight is 2024-260, a resolution confirming the award by the Board of Control of Change Order Number 1 to a temporary assistance to needy families agreement with Family and Community Services, Inc., NKA Access Point Community Health Center, Inc., for the homeless prevention services from October 1st, 2023 through September 30th, 2024, in an amount not to exceed $280,000. For a cumulative increase of 40% for a total amount not to exceed $980,000 for the Executive Department of Job and Family Services. I think we have the wrong dates here. This is last year.
No, it's correct.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's all right. Heather Yanni on the Executives County Department of Job and Family Services. So we needed to increase, because we're not quite done with the calendar year,
Got it.
the contract amount for $280,000. The need for homeless prevention rental assistance has, we had more applications come in June and July than we had budgeted or thought were going to come in September of last year when we set our initial amount. Just to clarify, this $280,000 is for rent slash assistance only. It doesn't go to any admin costs. So this is all hard service dollars that is going to landlords, but we needed more funds to make those payments out with.
Okay. Any questions for Heather? Mr. Ford, do you want to move on this?
I'll move.
Motion on 2024-260. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thank you. 2024-261, a resolution declaring the month of October 2024 as Breast Cancer Awareness Month in Summit County, recognizing survivors, loved ones lost to breast cancer, and caregivers that supported individuals throughout their battles, reaffirming the need for early detection and a cure for breast cancer, and encouraging residents to wear pink on October 18th, 2024 for the council and executive, and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Councilwoman. I'll take this one, but you have summed it up in the title. This is an annual resolution that council has adopted with thanks from the executive, and we would ask that you do the same this year.
Thank you. Would council like to go on as co-sponsor?
Yes.
Great. All right. Ms. McKinney, do you want to move on this? A motion on 2024-261. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. 2024-262, a resolution declaring the month of October 2024 as Safe Sleep and SIDS Awareness Month, highlighting the risk of sudden infant death syndrome among infants, the importance of safe sleep practices in reducing SIDS, and uplifting families with newborns for the executive, and declaring an emergency.
Hi, I'm Megan Sutherland. I'm with Summit County Public Health. This is the second year that I was asked to come and do this. Very excited for that because I truly believe it takes a village. Sudden infant death syndrome is the leading cause of infant death, ages 1 month to 1 year. Summit County is recognized as one of 10 counties in the state of Ohio by the Ohio Equity Institute due to high infant mortality. The city of Akron has very, very high infant mortality. We're typically in the top 5, sometimes in the top 3 for the state. We do a lot of work around social determinants of health at the health department. I'm here because I'm a coordinator for Full Term First Birthday, which is the infant mortality initiative here in Summit County. But this is a great reminder that, again, it takes a village. This is a nationally recognized thing, October as Sudden Infant Death Awareness Month. But it's nice to bring it in as a community and really push us to do our annual social media campaign. We really went outside the box last year and was very excited with what this helped bring out of our team. So thankful to be here, excited to see what we come up with this year. Last year we talked about how we had seen in our case review that most of the deaths were with a family member or a caretaker. So we really teamed up with the American Academy of Pediatrics and came up with some really great material talking to dads and grandparents. We also talked about overheating and smoking. Smoking is something for some reason we don't really heavily address. We direct people, caretakers and parents, to programming, but we're not very pushy about it. We got a lot more real last year. So excited to continue that and excited to be here. Thank you.
Thanks. Would council like to go on as a whole for this as well?
Yes.
Great. Do we have any questions? No. All right. Do we have a motion on this one?
So moved.
I have a motion from Mr. Ford on 2024-262. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. And Health and Human Services will close at 4:54.
I'm going to open committee as a whole, 5:54. 2024263, a resolution declaring October 7, 2024 as North American First Peoples Day in Summit County, honoring the history and culture of Native Americans, acknowledging the efforts to preserve the history in the United States, in the state of Ohio, and in Summit County, and encouraging residents to join in acknowledgement for the executive and declaring an emergency. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. My name is John Bennett from the Lippman School. Thank you for allowing me a few minutes today to share a few words at council. I must first apologize because it is not my voice you need to hear, but the voice of others. When we first presented this, both Burt Medicine Bull and LaDonna Blue Eye shared at the address and welcomed you to the work that we were doing. I wish their voices could be here today because this resolution is about them and the first people of Summit County and Ohio. Excuse me. Our work on the Portage Path started in 2016, and we are celebrating our 7th walk this fall. We invite you and all residents of Summit County to walk the Portage Path on Sunday, October the 6th at 1:30 p.m., starting at Portage Path CLC. It's about a half-a-mile walk and will end at the John Brown home. We will be led by Bert and LaDonna and members of the Northern Cheyenne tribe dressed in regalia. But this is only one of the many activities scheduled for this year's celebration. We invite you to go to walkportagepath.com for a complete schedule of the programming around this year's North American First Peoples Day in Summit County. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? No, thank you, sir. Do I have a motion?
Can we all go on as
Yes.
So moved.
I have a motion from Ms. Walters on 2024263. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 2024264, a resolution declaring the week of October 7th through 11th, 2024 as Digital Inclusion Week in Summit County, recognizing the importance of internet access and digital literacy and reaffirming the county's commitment to digital equity for all Summit County residents for the executive and declare an emergency. Welcome, Holly.
Holly Miller, Department of Community and Economic Development. This week just allows us to let the community know what our commitment is to provide the residents with tools that they need to bridge the digital divide. We all saw 4 years ago at the beginning of the pandemic, it's not that you have the availability of the internet, it's the affordability of the internet. And even if I can get you affordable internet, if you do not have the correct devices, you are now behind everyone else. So we've made a commitment over the last 4 years to make sure that our seniors have devices, that they have the education that goes with the devices. We've shown the commitment through the Outsmart the Scam, because with your newfound freedom with a digital device comes risk, and you need to be able to identify those risks. We're making sure through our partnership with Direction Home that they are able to use telemedicine, telehealth visits, access MyChart, which is no easy feat for anybody. So we're doing that through the digital navigators at the libraries, through AMHA, through Direction Home. We are also applying for a digital equity grant through the NTIA in partnership with AMHA. That if we're awarded it, we will have funding for the next 4 years for devices and digital navigators between the county and AMHA. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Is there any questions?
Yeah. Use the term digital navigators. What's that mean?
Direction Home, the libraries, and AMHA, they actually have people that are employed that as a device is given to a elderly resident or even a family that may not have devices, they will meet them in place to help them set up emails, passwords, parental controls, and then we've kind of expanded that through our Outsmart the Scam. Here's a plug for that, October 19th at the Talmadge High School. More than happy to give you flyers, so that we will have workshops and digital navigators there to help people that know nothing about devices all the way up to let's get you set up for a multi-factor authentication device on your phones and computers.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you so much.
Council as a whole?
Yep.
Do I have a motion? I have a motion from Ms. McKenney on 2024264. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 2024265, a resolution declaring the month of October 2024 as National Arts and Humanities Month in Summit County for the executive and declaring an emergency. Welcome, ladies.
Hi. Good afternoon, esteemed members of the council and the committee. My name is Francine Parr, and I am the artistic director of the Millennial Theater Project, as well as the Arts Inclusion Incubator at the Akron Civic Theater. With me is my dear friend and collaborator, Ivy Johnson, who serves as our administrative assistant at the Civic Theater and as well as the producer's representative for the Millennial Theater Project. We are both local artists and women of color, and it's an honor to stand before you guys today to introduce this resolution to declare October 2024 as National Arts and Humanities Month in Summit County. The arts have impacted every aspect of both of our lives, shaping not only who we are as individuals, but also our connection to our community. For us, this isn't just about supporting an industry, it's deeply personal. The arts have given us the opportunity to express ourselves, heal, find empowerment in ways that words could not, when words alone could not. For women of color like Ivy and myself, the arts have provided a platform for us to tell our stories, share our histories, and shape the narrative that often forgets our voices too often.
The arts have always been more than just entertainment for us. It's been a means of self-expression, healing, and empowerment. Through the arts, we've been able to share our truths, advocate for change, and connect with others in ways that transcend language and cultural barriers. Being women of color in this space is both a privilege and a responsibility. We are here to ensure our voices, often marginalized, are heard, seen, and felt. This resolution goes beyond mere recognition for arts for 1 month. It is about honoring creativity, resilience, and brilliance of many individuals like us who may not always see themselves reflected in the mainstream culture. By declaring October as National Arts and Humanities Month, we are reminded of the significant role that arts play in our society. We're talking about something that's not extra. We're talking about something that's vital to our essence as human beings.
The impacts of the arts is not only cultural, but it's also economic. Here in Summit County and beyond, the arts have proven to be a crucial part of our economy. In fact, the arts contribute more than $1 trillion annually to the U.S. GDP. In Ohio, the arts and culture sector employs over 157,000 workers, generating more than $11.3 billion in wages and benefits. Locally, the creative economy contributes $1.4 billion and supports thousands of jobs here in the Akron area. We're incredibly grateful to the County Executive, Eileen Shapiro, and the Summit County Council for recognizing this. By passing this resolution, you are acknowledging the invaluable roles that the arts play in enriching our lives, not only through the economic contribution, but through the ability to bring us all together, bridge divides, and foster empathy. Your continued support ensures that the arts can flourish, not just for 1 month, but throughout the whole year, providing spaces where everyone, regardless of their background or identity, can belong.
This is why it is so important that we invest in and lift up the arts. When we support the arts, we're supporting the future of our community. We're ensuring that creativity, innovation, and diverse voices continue to have a place to thrive in Summit County. It is not just about creating opportunities for artists. It is about creating a culture where everyone can see themselves reflected and represented. As we move forward, we ask that our community not only celebrate the arts this October, but remain committed to making them accessible and valued for generations to come.
In closing, we want to express our heartfelt gratitude for this opportunity to be here to talk to each and every single one of you today. The arts have empowered us, and we are grateful for the chance to give back to something that has given us so much. We look forward to continuing to work in our community and to a future where the arts will inspire, uplift, and unite us all.
Thank you for your time, and let's make October 2024 a month to remember for the arts and humanities in Summit County. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice presentation.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
it's nice to see artwork all over, like just, and when you go to buildings and stuff like that, just to see all the different artwork. I love it. One day I came into the chambers here, I was here for another meeting, and there was young students. There was a lot of art in here for, even like the Jewish community and stuff, but just amazing how young these kids are and the ages, and it's nice to see art.
Absolutely.
Local art.
Yeah.
It's nice.
We're so excited. At the Civic Theater, we're actually getting a new mural put on outside of our building, so it's going to be even more public art for people to see. So it's just really important that we highlight the arts and get it into children's hands young so that they can
Right.
help create a more colorful world.
Minds of our children. Well, thank you. Any questions? Council as a whole? Do I have a motion? I have a motion from Ms. Council Kime on 2024265. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And motion carries.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And no further, we're adjourned.
May I clarify,
Oh.
just, did we do a council of the whole for 263?
Yes,
I
we
couldn't
did.
quite hear. Okay, thank you.
Yes.